What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Jiu-Jitsu Radio. We're your hosts. Alex is my man Shawn right here. We're welcoming you to another episode. Had a blast of a weekend. We had another great weekend. We got a lot of stuff to go over today, but before we get the show started, we want to give a big shout out to all of our sponsors. Please check out 𝗬𝗪𝗄𝗃, 𝗔𝗺𝘂𝗀𝘀, and Giraffe Choke. Check out the description of the podcast below, or check us out on our website, jiu-jitsuradio.com, to find out how you can get special promo codes giving you discounts, and all of our sponsors unique promo codes. You'll get the biggest discounts just by using our promo code. So make sure you check them out and you support the Jiu-Jitsu Radio fam. They've all been supporters since day one, and we love them. Guaranteed the best gear in Jiu-Jitsu, hands down, no doubts about it. So check them out, 𝗬𝗪𝗄𝗃, 𝗔𝗺𝘂𝗀𝘀, and Giraffe Choke. They are all our family. See, check it out. I still got my 𝗔𝗺𝘂𝗀𝘀 hat right here. I've been rocking this one a lot more lately. Love it. And listen, why don't you go ahead and check us out on Instagram? You can follow us at Jiu-Jitsu Radio, and you can also follow Shawn.
And I look, right now with that sun, I look like Kratos.
You look like Kratos.
Kratos,
No.
the god of war, son.
Kratos. But
Kratos.
You don't even know. You don't even play. Speaking of video games, why don't you check out the Twitch channel? Check us out at twitch.tv/𝗦𝗽cije. You can join in. We're doing some Modern Warfare, some Warzone, some Super Mario. We got all sorts of games going on, and we're always down to have you guys join us. We had actually a session yesterday. We were watching the UFC fight and playing video games all at the same time on Saturday night. So it was awesome. It was a lot of fun. What were you going to say, Krapos?
I was going to say thanks for the invite.
Yeah, you weren't going to game with us anyway.
No, I wasn't feeling good last night, actually.
Yeah. So that's
my sinuses felt like they were.
But this week we're going to be doing some Warzone, so get yourself warmed up, and we'll do a gaming session for sure this week with Shawn and maybe a couple other people. We got some stuff in the works. We got a lot of content coming at you guys this year, so please make sure if you dig what you're watching, and I know that you're digging what you're seeing, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you like what's in your ear holes, hit the subscribe button, whether it's on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Prime, Amazon Music. We're on there. We appreciate all the support. And while this guy's coughing his lungs out, we're going to start this next episode. Let's do this.
Ready as I'm gonna be.
Let's get this party started. Cheers to you.
Here's
hydrate. Gotta stay
hydrated. Here's a little go groove for you. Look at that face.
Why are his eyes so big?
He had big eyes, dude.
It looks like he's like tweaking on mushrooms. Baby Yoda doing his ayahuasca.
Bro. Welcome to the Sick Boys Network.
Yeah, right?
Sick Boy. Sick Boy.
I have no clue what you're singing, but okay.
That's Social D. Social D, Sick Boy.
I don't remember that, sorry.
Yeah, dude, this sucks.
How you feeling? Yeah, you sound like shit.
I sound like shit. I don't like, I feel like my energy's fine. Everything's fine. It's just my sinuses are like what it feels like. Did you see the new trailer for Kong and Godzilla came out today?
Yeah, it looks so good.
Yeah, that's what's going on behind my nose.
That fight
of Kong coming down with that like axe made out of Godzilla's back plate coming down.
That's funny, man. So that trailer looks actually pretty good. It's like a good old-fashioned monster movie.
Well, here's, it's funny. I don't know if we've ever talked about my love of kaiju and things like that. I'm not a collector or anything, but it is like an emotional thing. When I was a kid.
Do you cry when Godzilla loses?
No, but when I was a kid, my mom was a single mom.
Yeah,
and we didn't have any money. Like, I ate hot dogs and canned potatoes every night for dinner, and I loved it. But she didn't have a lot of money. But what would happen is on at the local theater in Rochester, New York, they would play Godzilla movies and it would cost $0.25 to get in.
Damn you.
So all they're doing is playing old movies. So it was just like, so every Saturday, my mom and I would go to like an early, like 11 o'clock movie of Godzilla. Yeah. So we would go watch Godzilla, eat some popcorn, and it was like, you know, it's like going to the movies, but not having to spend a lot of money.
Yeah.
And so like Godzilla has been like a thing with my mom and I, as like I got her like a Godzilla Christmas ornament and stuff like that. Right. And then Kong was like the first movie I can remember, well, other than Star Wars. Actually, they came out in the same year. Kong and Star Wars were the first movies I've seen in the movie theaters. And I'm going to tell you what year that was.
Movies like ever?
Yes. I was 4 years old. And so I saw those two movies in the theater. And when Kong came out of the forest, I jumped out of my seat like 10 feet.
Oh, man.
Then by the end, hold on.
Oh, man. Shawn, we're losing them. See this? Like, I mean,
and then at the end,
it does hit old people a lot more than us bloods, you know. I'm just saying.
At the end, when he died, I was bawling my eyes out.
So that's what I said. You cried.
You asked me if I cry when Godzilla loses. Oh, okay. I didn't cry when Godzilla loses.
Okay. Jeez, man. You want to go blow your nose or something?
No, I don't blow my nose. I don't believe in it.
That's why you got it stuffed up. No, that's funny. So are you guys gonna make it a mom and son date night and go watch it?
No, that'd be a long drive for a movie. 900 miles, 930 miles up to North Carolina.
You could just do like a watch party. I have a feeling it'll be on Amazon Prime. You could just
it's gonna be on HBO Max.
You guys could just have like a little watch party. You guys are both watching, and you can kind of just like FaceTime while you watch it. It'd be kind of fun.
But anyways, that was rad. I mean, the trailer is rad. If anybody's, if you guys love kaiju, if you love Godzilla, dude, the last two Godzilla movies were friggin' awesome.
Yeah.
If you like Godzilla, Kong on Skull Island was friggin' awesome. Now they're putting them together.
You know what though? The first Godzilla movie, like of the newer ones that came out, I didn't really like the editing of it. I didn't like how they laid out the story of the soldier guys.
Yeah, that got in the way.
It was just like, it's not even worth it. Like, you have Bryan Cranston, like you could have just kept it all focused on him and Ken Watanabe. Like, it would have been great. Like those two guys are like the best actors. So like the new one looks good. I think they try to do the same thing that they did for the kid with Godzilla, that they're doing it with King Kong and stuff. So it looks pretty cool. I'm definitely gonna be watching it. So it should be pretty fun. Dude.
Yeah, that's what's cool about that HBO Max, man. They're putting movies out like Wonder Woman came out in the theaters and on HBO Max. What's that?
Nobody cared.
Dude, you say that, but it's actually been a successful movie. It was terrible, but it's successful.
Yeah, nobody cared. Nobody cared. Barely anybody watched it. And it's like,
that's not true.
It's successful because they're like, well, it's better than what could have happened if we didn't put it.
No, a lot of people watched it. I think a lot of people walked out going, I'm not going to see another Wonder Woman movie. Yeah, and it sucks because the first one was pretty friggin' rad.
I didn't bother.
What's that?
I didn't bother.
No, the first one was actually good. That's why I think everybody, and I think everybody's hopes were up for the second one. And that's DC, man. I don't know why DC can't get it right.
They get crappy, like, writers, producers. Like, they did I know that the Wonder Woman one was like, they ended up having to get like a female producer. Like, they wanted to make.
I think it was the female producer was the director of the first movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they made it to be like a whole pro women thing, which is great, but it's like at the fault of the storyline and the actual production of the movie. Instead of thinking about like what is the best for the story, they're like, okay, what's the best for the PR? And I think that's what killed it. Like, I mean, the same thing with Wonder Woman. It's like they did it like the second one. They put it out Christmas Day. Like, no one's gonna sit there and watch those movies on Christmas Day. I don't think that's like, ooh, that's what I want to see Christmas. Like day is Wonder Woman. Whatever. It is what it is. So, but speaking of the pro women stuff, Fight to Win's gonna do their I guess their last one for now in Florida. And this week is the all-female card. Now, here's one thing. They're promoting it as the first ever all-female card, which is not true. Because we did
No. All the Fight to Win.
For Fight to Win, it's the first all-female card.
Yeah.
But the way that they were it was written, it made it sound like it was the first time ever that they did there was an all-female jiu-jitsu grappling card. It's like, no, it's not really true. But
yeah, what was it? What did Steph was in? Amazonia, right?
The Amazonian tournament was awesome. And then there's another one, I think, out west in Florida. I want to say it's the Fight Chicks or something like that does it, which I only did a couple of them, I believe. But the card itself is, man, to be honest, I think it's going to be better than both of the last two Fight to Win cards. It's going to be probably better because the girls that they have lined up to compete are they're all monsters.
I don't even know who the main event is.
I have to double check. I forget. I want to say Ana Vieira is competing. Are you checking it up right now?
I'm pulling it up.
Are you? All right,
yeah.
Let's see. But yeah, it's this weekend, so everybody make sure you go check it out. Go support the ladies. It should be a pretty good card. Speaking of which, shout out to the home team. Team Excel went 5 for 5 at Fight to Win this weekend. This past Friday, everyone of our team won, and it was pretty good, man. Professor kept off the night. George kept off the night pretty good against Fred Moncayo. It was a good night.
So Anna Carolina, is the main event
against
𝗵𝗪𝘂𝘃𝘁𝘄. Tubby is just below there. She's going against Natalie Ribeiro.
Yep.
Below that is Hanette Stack and Luana.
Nice.
And then right below that is Talita versus Gabriel Mccomb.
Is Maggie on that card?
Yep, right below that versus Aaron Hurl.
Yeah. No, I looked at it the other day. The card is pretty stacked. You're gonna have literally, I think outside of 𝗔𝗺𝘃𝘁𝗶𝘆 Matuda and I guess Mackenzie Dern, you're gonna have pretty much all of the best female grapplers on there.
I'm wondering why 𝗔𝗺𝘃𝘁𝘃 didn't want to be on.
I don't know. I think 𝗔𝗺𝘃𝘃𝘁𝘃 is just more in the IBJJF stuff. I don't think she wants to do any of that stuff. I think she wants to go after kind of the
shout out IBJJF for the most comfy shirts ever.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it's $160 shirt. Yeah, but it's comfortable.
Yeah, it better be comfortable. You kidding me? For $160, this shirt better be super comfortable. I don't know about 𝗔𝗺𝘃𝘃𝘁. I mean, she's done Polaris, but other than that, she doesn't do anything outside of IBJJF. I don't know. Like I said, I think she was going after the the female version of 𝗵𝗪𝘂𝘃𝘁𝘃's record, and that, I mean, that's tough to do.
Yeah. Well, let's speaking of Titans fighting behind my nose and women fighting, let's get to the meat of this weekend.
That whole segue was super awkward.
That was terrible. I'm not a segue guy.
I have no clue what you're trying to. It's that was worse than your analogies.
My analogies are spot on.
Your analogies are.
My analogies are so good. They should actually hire me to write analogies at the Analogy Institute.
For if it was Confused Day at Analogy Institute, they would hire you, and that would be the confusion.
They would be like, wow, I cannot believe that somebody that is that smart and can make such sense of something so complicated with an analogy. And you're right.
One of these days, the next time I come over, I am going to record your speech at the end of class just so you can.
I don't do speeches at the end of the class anymore. I just give updates on what's going on.
Yeah, but you still throw in analogies. You still have a little bit of a speech of so guys, it's like swimming, okay? So first you got to get into the water.
Never say it's like swimming.
You have
say it's more like tools.
Right time and
it's about tools.
Right,
I do a lot of.
What were you trying to say?
let's get to the meat of this weekend, which was the brawl that everybody.
So, if you were following the Jiu-Jitsu Radio Instagram, I always happen to catch. I have a sixth sense when it comes to unsanctioned fights. I have the ability to just feel that energy, like it's about to go down. Something here is about to happen. So I was already recording like the screen, and sure enough, after the 𝗶𝗧𝘂𝘆𝘆𝘀 against the Signs, like Team Alpha match, things got heated and Seth got sucker punched. Somebody got a bottle thrown at him, and the lights got shut down. So it's funny because I posted like, why the hell would you guys shut off the lights right when like you're putting the belt on the winner? When then I got a text back like, yeah, because I got hit with a bottle. So if you would have gone on the Fight to Win or Seth's Instagram, you would have seen the post that he made. Actually, let me pull it up right now.
That post is epic.
Well, there was two. So there was two posts that he made. So let's go over the first one that he posted up, which was whoever sucker punched me in the hallway fight, you hit like a bitch. That was the first post he made, and I guess he took down the other one. Let me see if they threw it up on the Fight to Win page itself. Yeah, they did. So what happened was, let's backtrack it a little bit. Okay, so there is a little bit of history behind this. Team Alpha is notorious for having something happen. There's always seems to be some kind of scuffle or argument or something anytime that they compete. I mean, they've been kicked out of tournaments. They've been escorted out of tournaments. They've
which is funny. I had no idea. Like, I had no idea that they had that kind of a reputation. Yeah, you know me, I'm kind of oblivious to that kind of stuff.
No, I mean, I have photos to show some of the stuff that they've done in the past. You know, I've never met any single one of them. I just know from seeing and from hearing other stuff. I think they got escorted out of last year's AGP, either AGP or IBJJF. I have to double check like my information, but the coach got escorted out halfway through the tournament. So anyway, 𝗶𝗧𝘂𝘆𝘆𝘀 competed against one of the guys from Team Alpha 2 years ago. It was a Fight to Win Miami, or the one in Fort Lauderdale, I believe it was. And
𝗶𝗧𝘆𝘆𝘀.
Yeah,
Wagner's son.
So 𝗶𝗶𝘂𝘆𝘆𝘀 loses that match, and I was sitting right there in the corner taking photos. Next to me was Wagner. Next to him was Cyborg. And the kid, I mean, he's what, like 12, 14?
Back then, yeah, 12.
Just came up and started doing this, like throwing that big L over his forehead, yelling it at Cyborg. And Cyborg's like, okay, like what the hell's going on? And like the Team Alpha coach was like yelling stuff at them, like talking trash and all sorts of stuff, like whatever. And then everything got calmed down. Like I think I have the photo. I'm pretty sure I do, of Wagner. I mean, I could pull it. Actually, I could pull it up right now if you don't believe me. Let me throw that up on the video, because people are gonna say that's not true, that's bullshit, and blah blah blah. I'll pull up the photo right now, because I was having this conversation with someone the other day. There we go. Let me throw that up on here. So you see that, right? That was that one, and then this is afterwards, where Wagner was kind of telling the kid like, hey, you got to remember, you're like a representation of your school and whatever. Like, he was congratulating him, he won, but you know, he wasn't being rude to the kid. And then you can tell that Cyborg was talking to like the other coach in the back, but that was it. Like, that's all I ever heard of it. That's all I ever saw. Like, it is what it is. Fast forward to what happened Friday. Obviously there was a little bit of history there. They're competing. The kids are bigger now. 𝗶𝗂𝘆𝘀𝑆 is huge. He's like bigger than me now.
Yeah, he's tall. He's got dude, when that kid gets his man muscles, everybody's in trouble.
Yeah, he's going to be a beast. He's going to be like somewhere around like Muhammad Ali, maybe a little bit slimmer, but he's going to be a 𝗶𝗧𝘁𝘁 Muhammad Ali type of body shape. Anyway, hard fought battle between
incredible. And if you guys have Flow, go back and watch that match.
Yeah,
It is so advanced what these two kids were doing. Two 14-year-old kids look like, adults out there. No, Achilles is 14.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
No, I know for a fact because we were talking at the New Breed, me, Wagner, Jay-Z, and I was like, "How old are you now?" And I'm like 16. He goes, "No, I just turned 14."
Yeah, he's like 185 because I was talking
such
to
a big
him.
kid, man.
Yeah, he's huge. So anyway, yeah, if you have Flow Grappling, go back and watch the match. But it was a tough match. They were going pretty hard back and forth. Now, obviously, like you can put your hand on somebody's face and push them away. So there was a lot of times there was like hard shoves. And like if you train with Wagner, if you ever see Wagner, I mean, Achilles is going to pick up everything. And they're rough, man. They're rough.
It's aggressive. It's an aggressive style of jiu-jitsu.
I love it. I wish I could do more of that in the my game and stuff. Like I definitely dig it. But they were getting chippy back and forth. Like it was hard hits back and forth, pushes back and forth. Now at one point you see where Achilles is like kind of being rough, trying to get his like leg over the arm and is kind of like hitting the kid in the face, which happens. It happens grappling. You're going to get hit in the face with somebody's foot. You're going to get shoved with something. I mean, it is what it is. But then at one point, the kid from Team Alpha kicks him like square in the gut, and that's when like Achilles like shoves him in the face, and stuff got heated. Cool.
Yeah, and the ref calmed him down.
Yeah, he brought him back into reality. Said like, guys, you got to chill out. Like, compete hard, but you got to chill out. And that was it. I think without any favoritism, I think it was a hard like match, but I do think that Achilles got that match. He won it legitimately, and he got the ref's decision, so he gets the belt. I guess there was jawing back and forth going on between the two teams. I didn't see anything going on between the Cyborg team or Fight Sports team. Again, I could be totally wrong. We did start seeing some videos that were posted online. But Seth then ends up getting sucker punched by what looks like to be one of the Team Alpha people. Not making any.
I don't know if it was. I don't know what side it was. I don't know if it was Team Alpha or Fight Sports because.
Well, he says in the post, he made a post saying that he got hit, he got sucker punched on like when he was on the Team Alpha side of the hallway. So, just to give you guys an idea of the layout of what was set up. There was the stage. It's a tiny walkway that was about maybe 20 feet long that goes straight to the back of the stage. And the back of the stage is really just a little bit shoulder feet apart. Like we have photos of Shawn and stuff. I got to send you the photos that it took of you, by the way. They're just about shoulder width apart. So it's tight. It's tight quarters. So if anything goes on back there, man, it's hard to really see what's going on. So you're split, but I guess more stuff happened back there. They cut the lights. If you go back and watch it, cut the lights. It was a little bit crazy. I'll be honest. I really wanted to go, but I'm glad I didn't go. What are you doing?
I'm trying to see if I can find that that post by Seth because somebody sent me a picture of it.
Oh, okay. So, man, it was pretty crazy. It was pretty crazy. So it's and then Seth got on the mic saying like, hey, these are teenagers. Like if anybody goes on, like then, here, I do have to post. So the other post.
Oh, you do got it. You got it. Okay.
The other post that Seth made, because we didn't read that. We were supposed to read that. Sorry. Hold on. Let me get to it. Let me pull
it was an epic, like it. When I say epic, I mean like it was bad.
What do you mean? Oh, the post?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a text. It was a message that he sent to them.
Yeah, it was a message that he sent out to everybody. So let me pull it up right now. I'll read it. I did have it before. So this is the message that was posted onto Fight to Win BJJ. That's clearly a text message or group message that was sent out to everybody involved. It said, hey guys, tomorrow me and all my staff are going to come to y'all's gym, break your windows, piss on your walls, spit on your students, and take shits on your mats. Is that cool? Because that's what those of you pieces of shit that got into the fights at the time show just did. What? At the time show just did. You, your coaches, and your teammates are grown-ups. Fucking act like it. Y'all forget we're still in a pandemic and lucky as fuck to be able to have an event at all. Calling yourselves martial artists, y'all are some fucking posers. Burn. So, and that's 8:23 p.m. the night of the show. So
that was right after. I mean, that's literally
during the
right
show.
During. It was literally right after it happened.
And then what's funny is like if you zoom in, you see like the icon photos of everybody he sent it to, and it's like hearts. It's like, who's gonna say something? Who's gonna say something after that? You got nothing to say. You can't say anything. You can't say anything after that.
Yeah, it was. And I was watching and because I wanted to watch Achilles, you know.
Yeah.
So I was by the bar and I was watching. And at one point I saw Wagner talking to the coaches across the walkway, saying something animated. Yeah. I was like, ooh, that don't look good. And then I'm like, but then you can start feeling the energy in the room.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh. And then Wagner, at the end of it, Wagner got up on the walkway and he was like, come on. He was like inviting him. Nobody wanted anything. And then all of a sudden, like something happened and somebody made like they were going to jump up onto the mat and do something.
Wow. Great.
Didn't happen. It was just like a pull apart. And then they went to the back to the hallway.
Right.
And, you know, I was standing there with Blake. I'm like, Blake, stay here. So I went back there, but I couldn't get in because they closed the door. But I was, you know, I wanted to be a peacekeeper, you know, but I wasn't able to get in.
You literally gave me zero extra knowledge of what happened with your story right there.
No. Well, I was there. You weren't. Suck it.
You are probably one of the worst storytellers of all time.
I admit I suck at storytelling.
Like that was so
like, you know what's funny? It's funny for somebody that can write pretty damn well and write a story pretty damn well. I cannot tell a story for the life of me. And I don't even know why. It's
understandable. It's understandable. Obviously, you're better in your writing than you are with your words.
My buddy Joe can tell a story like it's his job. But I can't. I just don't have it. I don't have that gift of gab.
And you were.
I wasn't trying to tell a story. I was just trying to inform.
Yeah, I know. You were trying to like explain, man, dude, I hope you never have to go to court to give like first person account of a shooting or something. Well, I could tell that the energy was really weird. And so I told my friend, hey, you stay here. And then I went to walk up to them, but the door was closed. So yeah, nothing happened after that. I don't know what happened.
Well, I was hoping
you up here.
Well, I was, you know, I didn't get to see the scuffle, the you know, what happened in the back. Nobody came to blows, you know, on the stage, but it happened in that back hallway. So,
which you did not see.
Which I did not see.
So there was literally no point in you even initiating that story because you could have just said, I tried to go back there to see what was going on.
That's what I said.
So I didn't know. You said it in a very over.
Yeah, but I had to give context because of what was going on. Like I think like it was Wagner's words that might have started it. I don't know.
Wagner is so good at knowing the right words to push to flip somebody. He is so good at just saying like, it's like that kid like in high school where like he always has something smart to say that it just burns and like you can't do anything about it. So you just get angry. So he's so good. You could have probably one of the coolest, calmest people like that ever competes. And Wagner will just know to like push the buttons and what to say and when to say it or how to like manipulate like the situation to get you to react in the way that he wants. He's so good at that. And that's like a whole different level. That's a whole different level of competing. That is the mental edge of it. Because obviously if you know that your opponent is already someone who gets heated, man, like, and you got Wagner over there, like, oh, it's over. Wagner is going to instigate things worse than like Conor versus Aldo. He's going to sit there and push that button all day. He's like better than Chael Sonnen on that for sure.
But he does it with that smile on his face. That,
yeah.
Like half smirk.
Which is hard. That's why like I actually got to work with Wagner. sometime next week. I gotta hit him up. We got a photo shoot to do. So I'll try and kind of
Tatami.
Yeah, for Tatami. So, but it's gonna be fun. I'm definitely gonna be asking him questions about it, like, all right, what'd you say? Tell me what you say. Come on, tell me. And he's pretty open, but it's funny because even like, I mean, we're friends. Like we'll joke around, but even I'm like sometimes like, I can't tell if he's doing like to mess with me or if he's gonna sit there and like, and he's just sitting there and just having a conversation. So it's pretty funny, but listen, all around, he's a good dude. I don't know what happened exactly. I can just tell you from what we've seen and what we've read and heard from real eyewitness accounts, not Shawn's eyewitness account. And then just wait and see what comes out.
Yeah, I wonder what's gonna happen. I wonder who sucker punched him.
I think it's one of those things like
Seth. And why would you sucker punch Seth? That doesn't make sense.
I don't know. Who knows?
Why would you punch the dude that's putting on the show?
Listen, all I know is that I knew something was going to happen. They had a history, and it's just one of those things. I don't think at the end Seth really cares. He'll just put people like in their place, but I don't think he really cares because he knows that drama is just going to bring like attention to fight to win, which is like, there's no such thing as bad publicity.
That's exactly what I thought. I was like, this is great. He's angry, but it's great.
At the end, nobody got hurt. Tempers got flared. Stuff happened. Like, like it's no different than if you were at a club, something happened, security handles it. They're good. Even the week before where something happened, there was like a little scuffle backstage. Dude, I was just minding my own business. I wasn't even close to the entryway to the backstage. Security came running. This freaking security guard is not even really a security guard. It's just a big fat dude. Came up and pushed me out of the way. And I was nowhere near. Like, I was nowhere near the door. I was nowhere near his walking direction to get to the back. I was just sitting there with my camera and then, huh.
Well, to be fair, you got the face of somebody that you just want to push.
That's true. That I get all the time. I have the ability of people to hate me for no reason, and I'm okay with it. I don't care.
Yeah, it's just something about your face. It's like I get it. Like I get why he pushed you.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. It's funny you say that because even one of the guys from Excel, like one of the newer guys, he's like, you know what, man? He's like, when I first met you, I thought, man, this guy is really an asshole. I was like, yeah, no, you were dead on. You were dead.
And you're right. You're right.
Yeah, I was like, you're
right. You're right.
So he's like, but like the more we actually started talking and stuff, like we actually have a lot in common. You're actually a really cool guy. I was like, listen, if I bust your balls, it's because I actually like you and I want to mess with you and just like talk to you and joke with you. If I don't say anything to you, then I don't like you. I'm like, but you were 100% spot on. I'm an asshole. I was like, you're not wrong at all.
Yeah, I tell my guys, I say, look, don't take what I say personally. I'm really good at pushing buttons.
Yeah.
Really good.
I mean, that's what you did for a living.
Yeah. So I'm really good at pushing buttons. And I had one of my new guys kind of like, did I offend you? And I'm like, dude, let me just tell you, everything I would say 98% of what I say, like on the mats, if I'm saying it to you and it sounds like a put down, is a joke. But here's the thing. I go, if I didn't like you or if I was angry at you, I wouldn't joke with you. I wouldn't say that kind of stuff to you. I would just basically be like, hey, what's up, dude? Yeah,
you'd be super like just.
I'm not that I would be mean. I just
courteous but curt.
Yeah, I just but yeah, it's like because there's very few people on the planet that I don't like.
Oh, there's tons of people I don't like.
Yeah, but there's very few for me. It's just like it's always it's always been one of those things that I always look for the good in people, and it's burned me a few times in the past. But what are you gonna do?
See,
I'd rather live like this than
we're yin and yang. I'm like, I just see something bad about something, like screw that guy. Just do a different word and be like, F that guy, F that guy, F that person. Like, yeah, no, I get you. But it's one of those things. It's just kind of like
it's who you are, and there's nothing you can do
that's
about
how
it.
I grew up, man. Like, you kidding me? Like Italian and Spanish, like families, like mine, like Argentinian families. If you don't have that thick skin, like, man, like, you ain't gonna hang out in here too long. You're not gonna be able to hang. So it's like you better be able to throw it back too. So some people can handle it. Like, I get it for sure. I had to learn to like wrangle it back a little bit because sometimes I get too heavy with it. I get too comfortable with it. But man, I haven't there. Nobody is safe. Anybody can get burnt and get like joked on. But if you don't,
bet you don't do it to George.
What's that?
But you don't do it to George.
No, we joke around. We joke around.
Yeah, you joke around, but I bet you don't burn him. George is kind of unburnable.
No, he could burn me too. He's burned me a couple
of
times.
No, he'll burn you.
Yeah.
But you really can't burn him back. What can you really do?
No. I think that's different though. Because of the level of respect that I have for him. Like, we're friends. Like, we can like burn each other, but it won't be to the point where it could be misconstrued as disrespectful. Like, if for something like when you and I do stuff, like, yeah, I'm definitely going to say something to sound disrespectful, like, for sure. That's our go-to. Like, we're going to sit there and do that. But for someone like George's level, just because of, you know, who he is and like, and obviously the level of respect that I have for him, not just as a friend, but as a professor and stuff like that too. And obviously I would never sit there and do something or say something disrespectful to him where somebody else can misconstrue that as me being disrespectful to the professor. Like, that'll never happen for sure. For sure, that'll never happen. Like, that's where I draw the line. But like, again, it's one of those things that if I don't make those jokes with you, I clearly, like, 100%, I don't like you. Sorry, I just don't like you. I'll be like, hey, what's up? Doing good? Cool. Do it. All right, cool. Yeah.
Yep.
Speaking of fights, though, after over a year, right? 2 years now in the making, 𝗷𝗫𝘁𝘁𝗶𝘳𝘆 finally gets I guess convicted. Would it be convicted?
He got sentenced.
He got sentenced. That's the word I'm looking at. He got sentenced. So rewind. This one's for the white belts that don't know what happened, or for people that have bad memory. Was it Worlds?
No-gi 2018 no-gi Worlds.
2019
or 2019.
2019 no-gi Worlds. 𝗷𝗫𝘁𝘁𝘁𝘶 assaults one of the 𝗦𝗽cie𝘁𝗃𝘁𝘁 coaches, Almeida, Flavio Almeida, I think it was. Luckily got caught on video, but sucker punches him. Why? Because he heard rumors that 𝗦𝗽cie𝘁𝘁𝘁𝘁 was going to open up a school in his area, and it was supposed to be an agreement and well known that that's 𝗷𝗫𝘁𝘁𝑆's territory.
That's my city.
And no one's allowed to come into his territory. Like, it's like some kind of gang war. So he came up and started talking to Almeida's like ear and getting in his face. Like, Almeida was just like, whatever, just brushing him off. Evidently, 𝗷 had to actually like send him a couple of emails, and Almeida didn't even like answer him. So like 𝗷 took offense to it, thought he was getting ignored. So he approached him at Worlds and didn't like him. So he sucker punched him and then assaulted him. And then one of his students jumped in on it too. So it broke like a couple of his teeth and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, knocked his teeth out. Yeah. His two front teeth.
Yeah, which is not a fun surgery. And I mean, that's it. Like, once those are gone, those are gone. Like, so fast forward, he was supposed to have a court date. 𝗷 dips out of the country, misses his court date, has his lawyer do a bunch of stuff, and then finally they came up to it. He's got 6 months in jail. Let me pull it up so I'm not misquoting.
And what's
$50,000 and like probation. I'll tell you right.
Probation, yeah, that's what it is.
So, 𝗷𝗫𝘁𝘁𝘁𝘁 was sentenced by a U.S. court to 6 months in prison for his assault on 𝗦𝗽cie𝘁𝘁𝘁𝘁 North American President Flavio Almeida. Sentencing includes 3 years of probation along with anger management training for, which is like, that's the wrong guy. That's not going to do anything. And he was also fined $50,000 and forbidden from leaving the United States. So, and it was at
which could probably be a hit to his pocket, because you know, he probably made money doing seminars.
Oh, for sure. But now you become a liability. Obviously, you feel like, especially because he's got ties everywhere around the world, then yeah, he could easily go anywhere in the world and stay there and be fine. So yeah, so he got 6 months in prison, 6 months in prison, 3 years probation, $50,000 fine, and anger management classes. I mean, that's a pretty big hit. And you know what's funny is that there was a post going around talking about it. I want to say it was on Jiu-Jitsu Times on Facebook, and I responded to one of the comments. A guy said like, "Oh, that's too much. Like he shouldn't be getting 6 months in jail." Like, well, which I replied to like, "Well, what do you think would be appropriate for someone who assaulted somebody, sucker punched them, fled the country, skipped a court date, like, and what would you think is best?" And actually, Gordon Ryan replied to it. He's like, "No jail time. Have them sit there and do like an actual fight." I was like, "That's why you're the king, Gordon Ryan." It's funny, but yeah, I mean, listen, it was at 2018 Worlds, Nogi Worlds. So it took 3 years for everything to play out properly. So we'll see. And then Half made a statement, and this is the statement that he made through Instagram. Quote, "In the art of war, Sun Tzu wrote, 'He will win who knows when to fight and when not to fight. As warriors, we must never forget this lesson. Unfortunately, this time I chose to fight the wrong battle. Actions have consequences, and I must face them. On Friday, I will report to jail on the shoulders of the generations of jiu-jitsu fighters before me,'" which I don't understand what that's got to do with anything. "My body may be behind bars for a short time, but my mind will remain free." Okay. I would like to thank Cancel Gracie and our jiu-jitsu family for their tremendous support. I'm also very grateful to all of my students for standing with me. I wish I had handled the situation differently, respect, because I strive to set an example for all of you. Nonetheless, you knew what is in my heart and stood by my side. With you next to me, I can never lose, and I love you for that. I'll be back with you soon. Love, Half. So it's cool. And you know what's surprising to me with the kind of connections that Renzo has and the lawyer power and all this other stuff, the fact that Half still got 6 months is a lot.
Yeah.
Is a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
Which I still think, I mean, that's what I said, like 6 months is kind of a lot for a fight, for a sucker punch. I think what really screwed him over was fleeing the country. Like if he hadn't fled the country, if he hadn't like missed a court date and stuff like that, he probably would have gotten away with like community service, a fine, like, and the anger management, to be honest.
Well, it goes to show you that the sport has evolved, and you just can't settle things with your fists anymore, especially in the United States.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's no, there's none of that stuff. Like
if you have a business beef, there's really nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, that whole like, this is my turf, like, not in this country, bud. Like, you can have a McDonald's across the street from Burger King if you want.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And it normally is.
Yeah. You know, so it's like, I mean, if you're smart, you're not going to do it in the exact same spot, obviously. But I mean, there's a reason why if you pull up to a gas station, there's probably another gas station right across the opposite corner. It's just the way that it goes, man. People are looking for the most convenient thing and whatever. I mean, I can understand his frustration as a businessman, but dude, you're a legend. You're a legend. Like, if you're that good, then why are you worried about a 𝗶𝗧𝘂𝘆 pulling up down the street, even whether or not they were going to actually do it? You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. Well, and did I tell you that conversation I had with Wagner about, you know, how much jiu-jitsu there is in South Florida? He's like, and where he's like, basically, he goes, "Look, dude, I don't care if your product is your product." He goes, somebody can open a school right across the street from me. Go ahead, feel free. He says, "Good luck doing what I do."
Yeah.
You know, if you have the goods, you have the goods, and it shouldn't matter. It doesn't matter if someone opens up right across the street from you or not.
Yeah, like I'd be like, go for it. I mean, what happens? Okay, let's say you open up right across the street. You have a school, I have a school right across the street. come to the tournament. We'll be there. And then my school smashes your school. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Are you going to sit there and be like, hey guys, you want to come win? You know where to go to. Like, obviously, like your coach is not doing, like, that's all it is. That's all it comes down to. But to sit there and do like, this is my territory, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, it doesn't work that way, man.
But here's the thing. And even if they don't want to come, what it will do is it will raise the level of jiu-jitsu, because the next time those people are going to train harder.
Yeah.
So it'll raise the level of the other school.
Yeah. It's different if we were talking like MMA and you have pro fighters, like you had John Jones or 𝗔𝗺𝘂𝘆𝘂 or whoever, like, then I get it. Like, man, there's not that many windows. We're going to be very selective about who comes here. And if any school opens up near the area, then we're going to have a problem, like whatever. But no, like it's jiu-jitsu. It's a martial art. Not everybody that comes in there is going to compete. And those that are going to compete are going to be there specifically for that product, like you said. So what's the issue? Why would you risk going to jail? Like, why? It's not Brazil, man. Like, you're not, you know, you're already making money. How much more money do you want to make? You got franchises and stuff. Like, you're worried about what's down the street. 𝗶𝗧𝘁𝗶𝗆𝘆 is going to keep on opening schools no matter what. They just opened up another one down here. Like, what are you going to do?
Yeah, that's what they do.
Yeah, there's a 𝗦𝗽cije Gracie like 10 minutes away from Excel. What are you going to do? Like, if you want to.
Are you talking about the one in Lantana?
Yeah.
I'd say that's like 15 minutes.
Oh, whatever. But and then
Maybe
like the funny part is there's a school literally, I want to say 50 yards away from that, Senjutsu school.
Dude, do you know how many are Delray?
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
It's like, you know, it is crazy how many schools are in, you know, the area. It really is. So it's like,
at the end of the day, like it's going to follow just a regular business model. If you oversaturate the area, you're only screwing yourself over, because if you're dumb enough to sit there and open up a school right next to another school, you might get a couple of the stragglers. You might get 50-50, but you're not going to sit there and make enough money that way. You're better off opening up a school in an area where like there is nobody within a 15-minute driving area. Now I can tap into the market in here to start off with. That's it. That's all there is to it. But so we'll see. I mean, listen, whether or not he meant what he said in the post, only he knows. Excuse me, but you know, respect to 𝗏𝗏 for being man enough to admit wrongdoing and moving forward. So we'll see. 6 months, probably will be like 2 months with good behavior.
yeah.
So
No one's gonna mess with him.
yeah, exactly. All right. Next on news, we got MMA legend Fedor Emelianenko hospitalized with COVID. So yeah, he ended up in the hospital. There's no real official news as to his health other than the post that he made that says, "Thank you all who are sincerely worried about my health. I'm feeling well now. I am on the mend. I'm grateful to the doctors and medical staff for their care and your hard work." So yeah, I don't understand why people make these posts anymore. You know, it's like, yeah, it's Fedor. He's another human being. He got sick. He's better now. Like, it's funny to see people just making these posts like, "Oh, I tested positive for COVID. I'm going to be recording my battle through this to keep you up to date." Like, bro, nobody cares. Nobody cares.
The only post you should make is, "I tested positive for COVID. If you were around me in the last 5 days, do yourself a favor and get tested." That's it.
But even then, you don't have to make the post. You know,
you
who
should
you were around it, but no, you know who you were around with.
Yeah, but you might not have all their numbers. It's easier just to do social media. I get that, but it's not a battle. It's like, because
what happened? Would you do that if you get the herpes? Be like, "Hey guys,
herpes is different." Yeah, I'm not gonna give herpes to somebody in jiu-jitsu class unless it's a.
You could 100%. You could 100%. You could. You got cold sores and stuff for sure. You could. What are you talking about?
What am I, kissing people?
I mean, you're pretty close. You said that you had your face like this against Justin the other day. Probably explains why you always have that beard. You're trying to cover up the rash. I got you, bro.
No, that has nothing to do with the beard. The beard has everything. The beard is to give me a jaw. Because if I didn't have a beard, I would look like a thumb.
I can't have a beard because otherwise I look like I just glued pubes on my face. I look like Cartman in that episode of South Park. Yeah, I don't get why people make those posts. Like, no one gives a shit. I'm sorry. I know that I'm working on not cursing as much anymore, but I have to curse on that one. Like, listen, if you get COVID and you want to make your little dramatic post, nobody gives a shit. Okay, nobody cares. I hope that you feel okay. I hope you.
Nobody cares. You can't say nobody cares.
Nobody gives a shit. I care is like, hey, you feeling good? Feel better? No one gives a shit. Don't post. I'm gonna be recording my journey through this trial, and I will make sure that everybody knows everything that I have to go through, my struggle.
By the way, I've literally seen none of those posts.
Oh no, they're all over the place. They were more last year when everything first started, but like get out of my face, man. Nobody cares. It's more like the IG thoughts, male and female. There's tons of those IG thoughts. Like, come on, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Like, what was his face? What's that news reporter from New York?
Cuomo, Chris Cuomo.
Is it Cuomo? The one where his wife is like bonkers and she like showers or bathes in bleach?
Yes, I think so. Was that who it was?
I think it was Andrew Cuomo.
The one where, well, I just know that he was like in his basement and he filmed himself coming out of his basement. Yeah. Coming out of quarantine.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares. All right. All I care about is if someone's like critically ill, that they get better, but don't sit there and I don't want to see your trials and tribulations as you fight this disease or this pandemic. Listen, go fuck yourself. All right. That's what I tell you. Fuck. If you're my friend, like, yeah, I want my friends and anybody that I know to obviously feel better, and I hope that they heal up, but don't give me that. Like, could you imagine if that was a thing? It's like, I caught a cold. I'm going to be recording and logging my battle through this virus just to keep you all up to date. It would just be videos of you constantly blowing your nose every 10 minutes.
Or not me. It would be videos of me going.
Oh, that's disgusting. We could probably make money. Do you know, by the way, that the photo that I posted of you, there's two. I posted two. The same photo, but twice. Did you see?
No.
The photo that I sent you that everybody was like.
Yeah.
Okay. So the one that I posted on Sonder Marketing, even Conor McGregor's photographer liked it. Ginger beard photos. He's a great photographer, but that's like Conor McGregor's like main photographer. He liked the photo. He like a bunch of people liked that photo, but then I posted it on our Jiu-Jitsu Radio story, talking about that where we just finished up the photo shoot for your OnlyFans page.
Oh,
as soon as I did that, started getting all these likes, all these comments from just random people that don't even do jiu-jitsu. I was like, oh, we got something here. We got a market here. We can make this happen, bro. That one photo alone, it was just a little chest hair. And no, so I forget who it was. That I was talking to, but they didn't believe me that you had a stalker with your armpits.
Yeah,
believe me. I was like,
well, it's honestly, when you tell people the story, it sounds unbelievable. Like, no, there's a dude that loves my armpits, and you go, that's so stupid. That's got to be made up.
It's just one of those things that, like, I think because you and I have done more work in like the public eye than like the average Joe, that those things for us, it's like, we know about it. That stuff is real. But for the everyday normal person that just works a 9 to 5, does whatever, they don't know that that's a legit thing. That's something that really, really happens.
Well, I literally didn't know that there was an armpit thing until I Googled my name. And then I was like looking at the collages of my armpits going, this is friggin' weird.
There's one for everything, man. There's one. Listen, I'm not knocking whatever you like. That's what you like, whatever. As long as it's legal. But yeah, all I'm saying, man, is I made that post as a teaser, and the reviews came back. We got a 5-star review on there, so I think we're gonna have to make that happen.
Like I said, you should be my stalker. We do it like you stalk me. I'll take candid photos. Like I don't know you're there. Or I'm laying around with my arms up and stuff like that.
Honestly, that would probably give me some sort of PTSD. I think
You know what? Is it worth that cheddar?
Well, wait a minute. What, are we splitting 50-50?
70-30.
I'm making 70, you making 30?
No, it's my shit.
No, man. PTSD isn't worth it for 70.
Yes, what if it's $1 million a month?
I mean,
come on.
We're talking about 250 of that is going to go to like mental health bills.
Well, you still walk away with 50 G's.
50 G's, what are you talking about? If you're making, I guess, wait. Oh, so I'm not making the $1 million a month off of my 30.
No, I'm saying $1 million. If we're making $1 million, I'm getting 70, you're getting 30, you're getting 300K, I'm getting 700K. 250 goes away to
if I bump up to 300K in my income, what's that come out to after
per month?
Yeah, but what's that come down to after taxes?
I don't know.
What am I giving away? 50%, 60% to the government?
No. You're giving like 30. I think 28%.
I need to get that Bezos accountant. That's what I need to get. I mean, my accountant is good, but if I can get that Bezos accountant where I'm paying $1, son, for sure, I'll take those photos all day. I don't care. Oh man. All right, let's keep moving here. We got some more news to go over. So yeah, for those of you who did not watch Fight to Win, go check it out on Flow Grappling. It was a great card. Shout out also to our homies over at Third Coast Grappling. They finally made the official announcement that they're going to be on Fight TV. So we might end up getting Kim to come back on from Fight TV to talk about it. So that should be a lot of fun. So keep an eye out. Make sure you hit the subscribe button just so you guys get the first look at everything. And let's see, what else did we have? There was something else that I wanted to talk about on here. Oh, yes. This week was something special. We didn't do this yet. So now we're getting into the nitty-gritty of what we were going to do this week. So how we doing on time? All right, we got a little bit of time. So this is it, folks. Last week we hinted about it. And do you have your list, Shawn?
I pull it up.
Let's pull it up real quick. So last week, if you tuned in, Shawn and I came up with an idea that we went ahead and copyrighted it. So, you guys can't steal it, but we're going to go ahead and make this card for you. We want to put together a celebrity grappling tournament. All right. So now what we did is we took a list of all of the known Hollywood celebs that do jiu-jitsu or train jiu-jitsu. And you sent me the list. Why is it not coming up? Did you email it to me? No. You texted it to me.
I texted it.
There we go.
I'll text it again so you have it.
So do you want to type it up while I go over it on here? You want to make like a bracket or something real quick? So the idea is,
well, how many we didn't come up with how many we're going to have.
Well, let's do this first. Let's talk about,
because I don't want to do a
full-on tournament.
A tournament. I want to do
super fights.
How many super fights are we doing?
Yeah. And well, I mean, we got to break it down to see who's who, because there will be some females in this too. Yep. But we need to.
Kate Upton does jiu-jitsu, and I want to see her do that dance.
All right, we'll get there. Anyway, back to what we were trying to tell you. We're getting a super fight card put together with celebrity grapplers. Now, their legitimacy is up for discussion, but that's not what we're going to be discussing right now. We're talking about literally putting together. How's your handwriting? You have good handwriting, right?
No, I do not.
Do you not? Shit, I'm going to have to type it up then after. So I'll let you do the writing. So we're going to put together, first we're going to go over the list of grapplers, and then we're going to pick, let's say we have right now off of this, give or take 40.
There's about 45
names. I don't understand why some have double numbers, but okay. We have about 45, 46. I think there's one person on here that you don't have listed. I have to double check. From there, we're going to pick top 12.
That's 16. Only 6. That's only 6 matches. I think we should do
20 matches.
20. I think we should do 10 matches total. Anything.
Right, 10 matches total.
Yeah.
Give or take. If there's an extra one, that'd be really good. And then we'll post it. From there, we're going to take bets on who you guys think would win those matches. All right. So let's get this going. So now some of them we already know, but I don't think we'd really want to see that match. And you'll see what I mean. So, all right, let's go over the names. All right. Joe Rogan, given. Russell Brand, Guy Ritchie, Jason Statham, Russell Peters, Vin Diesel, Jonah Hill, Maynard James Keenan, my dog, Dave Bautista, Kelly Slater, Joel Tudor, Chris Pratt, Vince Vaughn, Shaquille O'Neal, Ed O'Neill, Travis Barker, Wiz Khalifa, Joey Diaz, which is kind of like, okay, we kind of knew.
Yeah, we already said he was going to be Masters of Ceremony.
Yeah,
he's not going to.
Go ahead, write that down. That's our MC. Ashton Kutcher, Demi Lovato, Chuck Norris, Sean Patrick Flannery, Keanu Reeves, Tom Hardy, Jonathan Lipnicki, Freddie Prinze Jr., RJ Mitt. Who's that?
I have no idea who that is.
CM Punk, Robert Pattinson, Kate Upton, Kevin James, Charlie Hunnam, Charlie Hunnam.
Yeah.
Am I saying that wrong?
Charlie Hunnam.
Jason Momoa, Nicolas Cage, Prince Jackson, Mel Gibson, Mickey Rourke, Jason David Frank, aka the Green Ranger, Usher, which if you grapple with him, you're probably gonna get herpes. It's a whole different story. The Undertaker, Scarlett Johansson, Steve Aoki, Scott Caan, Henry Cavill, and
Dave Mustaine.
Dave Mustaine, and you also forgot who's the guy that played Slater from Saved by the Bell?
Oh, Mario Lopez.
Mario Lopez, yeah. Mario Lopez trains too. So that's a big list. So I know that's hard to remember, but I know some of them we already talked about. Now, unfortunately, because we only have like 2 or 3 female competitors on here, I think we can at least get that out of the way right off the bat. So I would definitely want to see Scarlett Johansson
versus Kate Upton.
Kate Upton, I mean, Demi Lovato would be good too. I think Demi Lovato would be a little bit more fierce, but Scarlett Johansson against Kate Upton in a grappling match sounds pretty fair.
It sounds very fair.
Stupid. Okay, so now that's out of the way. So at least we have one women's match. If you know of more celebrity female grapplers, let us know.
And you know who else isn't on there? Jonah Hill.
Yeah, we did. He said it.
Did we say Jonah Hill?
Yeah, he's number 7, 8 on the or 8, 7.
Okay, yeah.
I still don't get why it's double numbers, but okay.
Because I copied it and that's what it was.
Gotcha. Okay, so now I think Joe Rogan is out, and we kind of know he's good.
He can. Joe Rogan can be the announcer.
Yeah, he could do a commentator or something like that. I would like to see Wiz Khalifa against Travis Barker.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So put that one up there as our first super fight.
Wiz Khalifa. All right.
Now, here's one that I thought would be pretty cool, right? Jason Momoa against Tom Hardy.
Nope.
Why not?
Wait. Jason Momoa is way too big. And there's already a match in there that you're overlooking.
What's that?
Jason Momoa versus Henry Cavill. Superman versus Aquaman.
Yeah, that would be good.
And he's way bigger than
size.
What's that? Yeah. They're both like 6 something and like jacked. Where Tom Hardy is only like, I want to say he's like 5'8", 5'9".
I don't know, man. Henry Cavill is Superman and The Witcher.
He's a big dude.
Jason Momoa was Conan and Aquaman. So I mean,
that's a great like
battle. That down. That'd be a good one. That would be a good one. How about this? I know that age-wise it would be totally different. The Undertaker versus the Green Ranger. Now, the Green Ranger is like, he's legit. He's got MMA experience. He's fought. Obviously, he's done karate and stuff. Now, the Undertaker is a bit old. Like, he's beat up. He's
beat up, but he's
almost
dude.
like 60 or something, right?
I don't know how old he is, but yeah, he might be coming close to 60. But he's also legit 6'8".
Yeah. Okay, how about we do...
You know what might be cool? Undertaker versus Shaquille. Because they're as close to size as anybody on the list.
I guess you're right. I mean, I don't know how I would feel about that. It would be like good, but it'd also be like, I feel like Shaq would wreck him like relatively easily.
Well, we won't know until we watch it happen on live TV and getting
Here's the
paid
thing. They
pay-per-view dollars for
they
it.
both got garbage knees right now, so nobody's pulling guard. And I think at that
No, they're going to pull guard. No one's going to sit there and do stand up with bad knees. They want to get this down to the ground as soon as possible.
I would just imagine like the Undertaker going in like for a double and then Shaq sprawling and just destroying the Undertaker's back. That's what I picture. Match over 30 seconds.
Well,
let's put that down. The Undertaker against Shaq. That would be good. Shaq would make it a show. I think Shaq would make it a show.
Yeah, I think you have to have Shaq on there. He is.
You know what I would do? Like, we would have to bring back like Paul Bearer. We'd have to.
Well, he's dead. Unfortunately,
yeah, we'd have to find somebody to be the Paul Bearer. Oh, Joey Diaz could be Paul Bearer for the Undertaker. That would be solid. Let's put that down.
I also have, we also have the metal one that we talked about, Maynard versus Mustaine.
Maynard versus Mustaine, but I feel like
they're both purple belts.
No, I think Maynard is a brown belt now, but I think Maynard would wreck him.
No, we'll find out. It's music and metal. It's like it has to go. Like they have to be together.
Yeah, I'd be good with that. I'd say throw that one on there for sure.
Oh, you know what would be an interesting one? Vin Diesel versus Chris Pratt.
I don't think so. I was thinking Vin Diesel against Jason Statham.
That's pretty good. I'll take that.
Yeah, I think that one would be better. I think Vin Diesel, he's got a little bit of the size on Jason, but Jason's got the athleticism. So it would be a good athleticism versus muscle kind of thing. Jonah Hill versus Chris Pratt would be fun. There's a big size difference, though.
Yeah.
What about, wait a minute.
Chris Pratt's a big dude.
Chris Pratt versus Ashton Kutcher.
That makes sense.
Right? I mean,
I got one.
Not that muscular, but I think it would be a good match.
This one's going to sound weird, but they're built very similarly. And is Tom Hardy versus Scott Conn.
Who's Scott Conn?
He was Tweeter in Varsity Blues.
Oh, the big dude, the big fat dude?
No.
Like Jack?
He was Scott Conn is James Conn's son.
All right, let me look him up. Hold on.
You'll know him when you see his face.
Scott Conn. I don't know his face. What else has he been in?
He's been in a lot of stuff.
Let me see what he's
he was also in a rap band in the early 90s or late 80s, early 90s, a rap group.
He has Ocean's 13, didn't watch it. Beginner's Guide to Ending, yeah, I haven't. Into the Blue, Ocean's 12, Sunny, Gone in 60 Seconds. Maybe I remember him from that. Nah. Enemy of the State. Yeah, he's been in a bunch of like junky movies. No, we're gonna go ahead and pass on that one.
Well, here's the thing. He's built very similar to Tom Hardy. They're both like short, stocky dudes.
I would say,
but Scott Conn's a black belt, so that might put a damper on that right off the bat.
What about Tom Hardy against Mickey Rourke?
Too old.
Yeah, but I mean, come on. That's around the same size.
You know what, though? Maybe Tom Hardy versus Charlie Hunnam.
That would be good. That would be a good match.
Two Englishmen.
Let me see. Let me look it up over there. Charlie
Hunnam. He was Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah. That would be good.
That's a good one, right?
I get the ladies riled up to come watch the match for sure.
Yeah, that's the eye candy.
I'll be honest. Tom Hardy would wreck him.
Well, it depends on where they're at.
Tom Hardy's the man.
I think every dude's got a man crush.
I was molded by it. Yeah. So what are we at? How many matches is that?
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I see one that could be fun if we marketed it right.
What's that?
Freddie Prinze Jr. versus Robert Pattinson.
Nah, I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna have to pass on it. I need to get Keanu Reeves on the card.
But you didn't hear my pitch. You're passing, but you didn't hear my marketing.
Because I don't like Robert Pattinson.
Well, here's the thing. Freddie Prinze Jr. is married to Sarah Michelle Gellar, who was...
How do you know this?
Because I know this. Who was Sarah Michelle Gellar?
Buffy?
The
Vampire Slayer?
What was Robert Pattinson's biggest role?
Batman?
No. Yet. Before that.
No.
Yes. Vampire Slayer's white husband versus the vampire.
Why that wouldn't work. And this is coming from a promoter standpoint. Robert Pattinson did not even bulk up to play Batman. He is not prepared for a grappling tournament. That's the way that I see it.
Well,
I mean, am I wrong?
I don't know. You know, looking at it now, I'm almost wondering if Jason Statham versus Keanu would be better. It's like you got two guys that played like, you know, badass killers.
Wait a minute. What about, because I mean, granted, I know we already picked one for Tom Hardy, but what about Tom Hardy against Steve Bautista?
No way. Dave Bautista's 6'5".
He would wreck him.
275. He would jack Tom Hardy up.
So wait, okay, so let's keep that match there. Like Keanu Reeves, where would we put Keanu Reeves?
Keanu could take on SPF.
That's not fair. That's not fair.
Why?
Because Keanu is a blue belt. Sean Patrick Flannery has been a black belt for what, 20 years?
Well, that's.
What about? I know this is not fair age-wise. Was Sean Patrick Flannery against Chuck Norris?
That's not fair age-wise,
right? But it sounds like it would be a great match. Right?
I see one that's we can do. That's an age match, and they're right next to each other, perfect age, and kind of go wrong. Mel Gibson versus Mickey Rourke.
Mel Gibson, yeah, that one would be good. That would be like the mid match, like the old guys, the old school old guys would throw them in there. Yeah, let's put that in there. We'll put that halfway through the card. Let me look up who the hell this 𝗔𝗺𝘅𝗀 is. I have no clue who this guy is. Who the hell is he? Who the hell is 𝗔𝗺𝘅𝗀? His face looks kind of familiar. Now Apocalypse is close. This guy's a nobody. Breaking Bad. Oh, this is the kid. This is the didn't he play? Yeah, he's the one that played Walter White's kid in Breaking Bad. I didn't know.
I don't know. I've never watched Breaking Bad.
He has cerebral palsy though, so he did. Yeah, it wouldn't be fair. I didn't know he did jiu-jitsu. That's awesome. We could get him against Mike. We could get him against.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing: Joe Rogan and SPF are going to be the announcers. FPS.
No, I kind of want to see Sean Patrick Flannery compete.
No,
they would be good commentators. And listen, whatever we could do to get Russell Brand away from the microphone and not even show up, I'm okay with. So if you want to,
what about Russell Brand versus Keanu? They're about the same level. They're about the same height.
No, I want like an action star versus action star. It's got to be like Expendables level, like action stars. Let's see, celebrities that do jiu-jitsu. Let's see if we missed any, because I know you didn't put Ricky Rocket on here.
No, he's not on there.
He's a black belt. You could put
what dude? They're very more similar in age than not. Nicolas Cage versus Keanu.
Nicolas Cage versus Keanu. No, I wouldn't be that interested. What about? Let me see if there's anybody else. Is that Jonathan Lipnicki? That's funny.
Human head weighs 8 pounds.
Yeah, seriously. Mario. Oh, I forgot. We got Mario Lopez, Margot Robbie. Oh, there's a bunch of people. Tori Spelling. Jeez. Rebel Wilson. She does jiu-jitsu? No, she doesn't. Robert Downey Jr. What if we had Keanu Reeves against Robert Downey Jr.?
No.
Yeah, why not?
It's not the right size.
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. is small. Jason Scott Lee. Yeah, I played Bruce Lee in the movie. Matt Heffy. I have no clue. Trivium. Donnie Yen. Yeah, why don't we have Donnie Yen on there? So wait, why didn't we put the Undertaker versus Bautista?
Because it's old age difference.
Oh, dude, you messed up. Mila Jovovich.
Well, she could take on Mila, could take on Demi Lovato.
Yeah, bro, throw that on there. Hey, here's a little known fact. Theodore Roosevelt did study jiu-jitsu and judo.
Yeah, I know. He wrote his son about it.
What about if we had Tommy Lee versus Keanu Reeves?
No, Tommy Lee versus Ricky Rocket.
Ricky Rocket would wreck him.
The drummer versus drummer.
Yeah, that would be good. Throw that on there.
Our 10 card.
It just got blown up.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, but you know what? We have to take into consideration that some people might end up getting injured. So, we got to overstack the card.
We have 11 matches so far, and we're looking for a Keanu. I think 12 matches would be great. We just got to find one. I think we got to do Keanu versus somebody.
What about Keanu Reeves versus Wesley Snipes? That would be a great match. Even though Wesley Snipes has more martial arts experience, I think jiu-jitsu-wise they're around the same level. Because really, otherwise, the only other option would be or Keanu Reeves against Ashton Kutcher, and we don't want to get rid of that card.
No, we already have Ashton versus Chris Pratt.
Yeah. Oh, what about Keanu Reeves versus Kelly Slater?
Two Hawaii boys.
Do a little break.
Somebody that lives in Hawaii and somebody that was born in Hawaii.
A little point break action.
Point break. There's that. I think that's it.
Right?
That's it.
You know what the intro would be? Kelly Slater would do a video reenacting scenes from Point Break.
Yes. So I think we have the list.
All right, hold on. So I feel like we need a big name, like head, like final fight.
That is there. No, that's it.
You think so?
That is, yeah. I mean, we could put one of these in the fight. Like there is.
All right, so let's go over the card.
Okay,
right? Night starts, music's rolling.
Okay.
Joey Diaz comes out, announces everybody. Joe Rogan and Sean Patrick Flannery are in the announcer booth.
Well, I'm also adding Russell Peters in there too.
No, get him out of there.
Not Russell Brand, Russell Peters.
Yes, I don't want Russell Peters anywhere near the microphone.
What are you talking about? He's hilarious.
No, he's not. He's
Russell
hilarious.
Peters.
Listen, Russell Peters, stand up, hilarious. On the microphone, absolutely the most annoying person ever. I cannot listen to any Joe Rogan episodes if Russell Peters is in there, like, and interrupting everybody else talking. So he would easily, like, interrupt Sean Patrick Flannery and Joe Rogan, even though they have 20 times more experience on the mess than he does.
All right, so then it's Rogan and SPF are announcers.
Joey is the ring announcer.
Yep.
All right. First fight of the night.
We're gonna go. I think the first fight of the night will have to be. Oh man, these are all pretty good.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was
dude,
about
doing. It would be hard to come up with an order. Because like I was about to say, well, let's go Wiz Khalifa and Travis Barker to open, but it's like those are pretty big names. And then I was gonna go, well, what about Jason Momoa and Henry Cavill? Those are big names.
No, that would have to be towards the end of the card. Why don't we start off with Jonah Hill, right? Because we don't
have him on it. We don't have him.
Yeah,
he doesn't have a match.
Yeah. So why don't we start with who do we have? Because I don't want to start with the girls. They need more attention.
Like, dude, these matches, this would be a sick card.
That's what I'm saying. All right.
This would be a sick card because it's like
names. Let's just go over the ones that we went as.
I'm just going to go in order. Let's go in order. I'll tell you what we have in order.
All right.
And then so we have Scarlett Johansson versus Kate Upton.
Okay.
𝗷𝗚𝘂𝘁𝗶𝗳𝘆 versus Travis Barker.
Okay.
Jason Momoa versus Henry Cavill. Undertaker versus Shaq. Maynard versus Mustaine. Vin Diesel versus Jason Statham. Chris Pratt versus Ashton. Tom Hardy versus Charlie Hunnam. Mel Gibson versus Mickey Rourke. 𝗦𝗽cije versus Demi Lovato. Tommy Lee versus Ricky Rocket, and Keanu Reeves versus Kelly Slater.
I think you start off with Tommy Lee. I think that would be the first fight.
What's funny is there is an A-lister in every one of these.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I wanted to do this, because it would be probably this would be 𝗦𝗽cije level exciting to know it was going to happen.
And you know what you do? And here's the thing. If they did this for charity,
oh, it would go through the roof.
It would people would be like,
I'm legitimately mad that we're doing this. Like, I'm literally angry because I'm getting so excited at the possibility.
Yeah, the possibility.
It's never going to happen.
It's never going to happen.
But it's like, it's killing me because it's like, damn, this sounds so good. Why can't we make this happen? It's 2021, damn it. There should be flying cars and celebrity death matches. Let's go. I say you start off with Tommy Lee. It would either have to start with Tommy Lee or the Mel Gibson match.
Yeah, see, I would go different. I would start with probably Maynard and Mustaine.
I think that would work. That would work. Yeah, let's start off with that one. I say we start off with that one.
And then, but here's the thing, dude. Like, here's what I think we would have to do, and this is the God's honest truth. What I think we'd have to do is we would have to put everybody gets a number, and or like each match we put their name on pieces of paper, and we put them in a hat. We shake it up, and whatever hat we draw. Because every one of these could be a main event.
No.
Not the girls.
No, that's not true, because it could be, but you can't do it that way. You got to remember, you have to treat an event like this like a symphony. You're playing with people's emotions. So
I understand.
You have to give and take. So that's what I'm saying. If we start off with Tommy Lee against Ricky Rocket, you have a black belt. You have, I don't know what Tommy is. Like, he's got to be like a purple belt or something. Like, man, that's a good start. It's upbeat. You know, you're going to have some legit grappling. It'll probably only go like 3 minutes because Ricky Rocky's going to wreck him. And then boom. All right. Now we get to start, like, the night started. And then that's when we can bring in like Scarlett Johansson against Kate Upton. That would be the second match.
So we have Maynard and Mustaine as one.
Okay. So Maynard and Mustaine won. No, actually, no. I think we definitely got to start with Tommy Lee and Ricky Rocket, and then go to Maynard and Mustaine. Then go to
girls,
to Scarlett Johansson against Kate Upton. Then go to Vin Diesel against Jason Statham.
Yeah, see, I think that would, yeah. And
then go to Chris Pratt against Ashton.
Yeah, that's where I was going. And then right there, we have to have there we go to Undertaker versus Shaq.
Yeah, right after that, you go to Undertaker and Shaq. From there, we go to Tom Hardy against Charlie Hunnam.
Yep.
Hunnam. Then bring in the girls, Scarlett Johansson against Kate Upton.
No, that's number 3. The other one would be Mila.
Yeah, 𝗦𝗽cije against Demi Lovato. And then, so what do we have left? We have
then I think we go
Henry Cavill.
Keanu. I think we go Keanu there.
No, because I the last one.
You think he's main event?
He's main event, 100%, dude. Are you kidding me? John Wick and Kelly Slater, man, for sure.
Yeah, see, to me, Momoa versus Cavill is more of a main event.
No, I wouldn't do it because I don't think that, like, yeah, they're the bigger stars, but at the end of the night, it's going to be the grapplers that are going to still be watching. So Keanu Reeves, John Wick against Kelly Slater, man.
Yeah, see, I don't think that's a main event match.
I mean, you could go either way, so we can mix and match that one.
Yeah,
we can mix and match that one. So let's do what was left. It was
so 9 would let's go. 9 would be 𝗦𝗽liche
𝗦𝗽liche
versus Travis,
right?
10 would have to be Mel Gibson versus Mickey Rourke, and then Keanu Reeves and those last 2 matches.
See, so wait, so no, let's do Mel Gibson versus Mickey Rourke right after Shaq.
No, I think we need to give him. We can't have 2 old guys going back to back.
I'm offended.
I'm just telling you, the people we gotta get the.
That's why, because that way you get both of the old guys out of the way.
No, you don't. That's too long of a time. What you do is we do Undertaker versus Shaq commercial or break, and then we come back with Tom Hardy and Charlie Hunnam to get everybody, all the chicks hot again.
Mickey Rourke and Mel Gibson is the end of the early.
It's right before the 2 main events,
and now we're going into the main card.
No. They go right before the main event. The 2 main events. They're like the old dogs now. Now we're at the old dogs, and then we have 2 main events.
Okay. I'll go with that sales pitch. I'll go forward with that sales pitch
because remember, roller coaster, right?
Yeah, I just think they're going to be super boring.
No,
I'll go with your
Mel Gibson's crazy, and they're both crazy.
Listen, shut up. I'm literally agreeing with you. I'm saying move forward with it. This business meeting is almost done. I want to keep going with our idea.
So now we got 11 and 12. So
Mel Gibson, Mickey Rourke, followed by Keanu Reeves and
Kelly Slater.
And Kelly Slater, ending with Superman against Aquaman.
I think that's a hell of a card, dude.
How fucking stoked would people be if we made this happen? Can you imagine?
They know who refs
Herb Dean have to have it would have no.
It would have to be Eddie. Eddie Bravo has to.
No. Because then they're gonna want to make it EBI rules and all that.
No, it's no. It's not EBI rules.
No, sorry. I would have to say Tate. Ooh. Tate. What's his face? Beard guy.
Yeah.
Or I'm surprised we didn't get the Green Ranger on there. To be honest,
he sucks. Like, I'm hurt that we're not getting Ed O'Neill on there, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah, he's too old. That guy's got to be like 70 years old by now.
None of these people would know the rules.
I would say, yeah, right. I would say, who was the one that reffed Kinetic? He was the old UFC fighter. He was really, really good. Or
Twinkle Toes.
Mike Beltran. Mike Beltran has to ref this.
Yeah, but I like Frank Trigg too.
Frank Trigg is a legit awesome ref. So it would have to be Mike Beltran and Frank Trigg.
Splitting duty.
Yeah, splitting duties, 100%. And I would do this. I would have to find the right combination of ADCC rules and IBJJF rules. So it would have to be ADCC rules like for 5 minutes and then 3 minutes overtime IBJJF rules.
They're all going to be 5 minutes and they're going to be quick.
Yeah.
They're these
IBJJF points. It would have to.
Yeah, have to be. It would have to be IBJJF and quick matches because they're stars. They're not going to go that long.
They can't risk getting super hurt. Man,
dude, that's a great card.
And can you write down the refs? Mike Beltran and Frank Trigg. Man, how dope of a card would that freaking be? All proceeds go to Jiu-Jitsu Radio. 10% of proceeds will go to St. Jude's.
That's a hell of a card,
right? Send me the photo of with the numbers that we put down, like the order. I'm going to type this up. So this is going to go on to the Instagram. and we're going to tag everybody. So make sure you guys tag all your celebrity friends in there too. Throw that up on there. We didn't even get Mario Lopez on there. I mean, that would have to be, because I mean, we can't make it like fight to win where it's like 40 fights. I mean, we
can't. It's gotta be short and concise.
Yeah, it's gotta be a good 2-hour show for charity, 3-hour tops. You know, where we have little clips of the like the celebrities training jiu-jitsu for a movie or in between shoots and stuff. Man, how much money do you think it would take to put that card together?
You'd have to get sponsors.
Oh, that would be super easy.
Which would be easy to do. So
super easy. We would probably spend more time in between rounds, like having to play ads. Are you kidding me? Man, Red Bull would put so much money on that.
No, we wouldn't play ads either. You get a spot on the mat and a spot on the wall behind the mat.
Man. And then they would have, I mean, they would probably have like their own clothes and stuff they want to put on there. Oh my gosh. You know, oh man. Damn.
Yeah, and what they can do, what the fighters can do is they can pick a charity.
And the winner
and put that on their back. Just put it on their back as an advertisement for whatever charity they want to do.
I guess like would it have to be the loser has to pay the same amount to the winner's charity? No, because that would kind of make them upset. I think everybody would get show money to put into their own charity.
And yeah, well, each match gets like 10 grand for the winner's charity, 5 grand for the loser's charity. They would
need more probably, I would say, because they're risking their own health. And then like the end of the night, they would have to be like whatever funds are raised have to go to like some major charity. Like it would have to be something like St. Jude's or something like crazy.
Yeah, St. Jude's is my favorite. Like,
yeah, it would have to be something like huge. Oh man, does John Cena do jiu-jitsu?
No, but
it would be great to have John Cena come up there.
My buddy Hassan does. He's in the WWE right now.
Yeah, but he's not like a big celebrity like these guys. He's famous in wrestling, but not like.
Well, he just won the Worlds.
Yeah, but I mean, he's not a movie star or rock star like these guys.
No, well, yeah, Undertaker is.
I mean, man, I wish Macho Man was still alive so we could throw him on here.
He didn't do jiu-jitsu.
It doesn't matter. It's the Macho Man. He doesn't need to. Man, gosh, that would be such a dope card. And we would end up doing it Staples Arena. Right? It would have to be Staples Arena.
No.
Oh, Madison Square Garden.
No, because there's probably not going to be a lot of people. I mean, we are in COVID.
What? Are you kidding me?
It's going to be pay-per-view numbers.
Man, are you kidding me? That's what I'm saying. Like, just to watch. I mean, damn, I guess we would like. It would have
You do it in an intimate place where the tables are like 10 grand a table. And these guys.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We could do the floor of the Staples Arena and do that. Or we could do like.
No, it needs to be a cool. If we're going to do that, why do it in a cold arena? Do it in a rad.
The Anaheim Arena not the Anaheim Arena, whatever the arena was that they did 𝗷𝐶C, that would have been perfect because it's not massive. You would have a good amount of people and you can have one mat on the center, have a big show. You have a like raised platform center and then tables all around. And then other people can like watch from the outside, just like they do like at a UFC or like a boxing match or something. Obviously not with the tables there, but man, dude, you're talking about buku bucks.
And we get paid nothing.
We're doing this for the kids, bro. You
doing it for the kids. No, I'm not saying. No, I am making a statement. We get paid nothing.
Yeah. I just want to put on a dope ass event that's for the kids and put these celebrities up there on the stage and let them show the world jiu-jitsu. Oh man. The only downside is then you'd get all these dodos coming up like trying to challenge these movie stars. Like, man, damn, that would be so dope. Anyway, you let us know what you think about this card. Make sure you guys follow us at Jiu-Jitsu Radio on Instagram or check out the website, jiu-jitsuradio.com. Let us know what other celebrity matches you think. If you could do better with these matches, I don't know if you can, but if you can do better on these matches, go ahead and leave your comments below. Let us know on YouTube as well. Man, I'm so hyped about that now. I got goosebumps. Now I'm gonna go later get depressed because this will never happen.
Well, hey, look, if you can dream it, you can do it.
Thanks, Walt Disney. Listen, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Jiu-Jitsu Radio from both Shawn and I. Thank you much for all your support. Thank you to our sponsors, 𝗏𝗃𝗀𝘲, Jiu-Jitsu SubCo, and Giraffe Choke for always supporting us. Get discounts on the best gear in grappling. Use the promo codes in the description below, or you can find the promo codes on our website, jiu-jitsuradio.com. Don't forget to follow us. Follow Shawn at 𝗏𝗃𝘁𝗶𝗳𝘆. Follow me at Sonner Marketing, and follow both of us at Jiu-Jitsu Radio. And with that being said, we are done. We're going to catch you guys next week. Peace.
Peace.